Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Salomon Pena. I am a photographer in Los Angeles. I recently purchased a Godox AD200 and a 34-inch Glow Easy Lock collapsible silver beauty dish to go with it for my portrait photography. I took comparison photos to see the strength of the AD200 and how the light changes in different configurations, how the light is hardened or softened, how light spill is controlled, overall output, quality, and any color shift, and I wanted to share my results with you. The Glow Easy comes with a front panel, an inner panel, a beauty dish deflector, and a fabric grid. My setup is simple. I'm shooting with the Sony a7 II with the Sony 85 f1.8. I have a white background set up 36 inches away from our subject. The glow is 36 inches away at about a 45-degree angle. The camera is about 4 to 5 feet away. The images are JPEG straight out of the camera with no adjustments. My camera's white balance was set to 5500K. I try to keep all my camera settings fixed at f1.8, shutter speed 1/60th of a second, and my ISO at 200. Depending on the lighting conditions, I would make adjustments to my camera settings. One of the first things I wanted to see is if there is a difference in light output with and without a flashpoint dome diffuser with the dome removed. I saw in the video by Robert Hall, a photographer and YouTuber, that you could possibly get more light output with the reflector in place. And here I have the dome diffuser with the dome removed. 3 little screws pulls it out, and there I have the little reflector. And now with my S bracket, you can see the gaps and how light can fall out the back of the bracket. And then just to pause it for a second here, I wanted to show you that that's where I had to cut the plastic to allow the AD200 to actually fit in the S bracket. So if it's a little tight, you may want to try that, cut that little piece to make it easier to get on. And in here I painted a yellow dot with an oil-based paint marker, and I painted on the side of the bulb as well to correspond with the red dot that you actually have to line up the bulb with to get proper connection. So I painted on the side and right there just to make it easier to get on, easier to index. You don't have to actually like follow it down. And then now with the reflector in place, you can see how that can keep light from spilling out, maybe giving us a little more power. To get a reference of the lighting conditions of the room, this first shot is at f1.8, 1/60th of a second, ISO 200, and only ambient light. Then I used the Sekonic L308 DC Digicinimate to get proper exposure, and it gave me f1.8, 1/60th of a second at ISO 3200. As you'll see in the photos, my progression of removing and adding modifiers and how the light is affected. I will have side-by-side comparisons in between photos that will run for 15 seconds long, so feel free to pause the video if need be. I added small images to the photos to make it easier to see what modifiers are on the glow, as well as an image of a Sekonic 308 DC to show when I have proper exposure. Here the power of the AD200 is set to 1/128th. The fabric grid, front panel, and the beauty dish are on the glow. And now we have the same setup with the reflector in place. And as you can see, the image with the reflector is a bit brighter. When I took the images into Lightroom to get them exposed the same, I had to add 1/3 of a stop of exposure to the image with no reflector. For the rest of the images, I will let them run for 8 seconds and the comparison photos for 15 seconds. Then I'll be back with my conclusion. Enjoy! I'm back. Huge difference between just ambient light versus a strobe with a softbox. The AD200 is very powerful. More than enough light in this setup. The glow is great with a couple small issues. I will probably do a separate video on its setup, tips, and minor issues with the glow. Let me know if that is something you would be interested in seeing. Something I did not expect was the color shift. As I added diffusion panels, I noticed the images do get a bit warmer. Not bad, just something to keep in mind. I also have been working on a similar comparison video of a few aperture LEDs and a GVB gear LED. That will be out soon. Hit that subscribe button if that is something you want to see when it comes out. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything? I sincerely hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, have a great day, and keep shooting.